Hi, class. Welcome to week 3. Let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. All right, let me pick up your class. Here we go. Okay, we're here. Week 3 already. Man, time really flies. I went ahead and collapsed my other windows so we can just work with week 3. Okay, so just a little review on last week. Some people had a little difficulty finding the critical reading and writing section. It just depends on the book that you're using. If you're using the 8th edition, it is located in a different area than where it's located in the 7th edition. In the 7th edition, it's located in the A section, and it's the first section in A section. I had a couple of emails on that, so I wanted to clarify that in case you guys weren't able to find your reading for the week. So this week we're going to just continue on composing and revising. It's a lot packed into that little composing and revising section, so we want to go ahead and continue that. And it is a video here, and this is 5 and 6, I believe it is. But let me just go back to the module so we can start from the beginning and just continue from there. So the reading instructions, like I said, we're going to continue reading Diane Hacker book 5 and 6 paragraph, reading and writing paragraphs 5 and 6. That's what we're going to be focusing on. So if you've already read it, you've already watched the video, then you're ahead and you have time to do the other work that we have due. We have a lot that's due. And I want to remind you to navigate through your weekly modules because they're always going to have what's due, what's current. If you are going to the side panel and just picking up assignments, they may not be according to your syllabus and according to your weekly module. So make sure that you're going this way or using your syllabus. If you go to the back of your syllabus, it has a section where it has all of your schedule assignments. Okay, so those were your reading instructions. This is the video. You already have that. And then you have a little fun exercise that's due. It's called a sense impression. So you just go in here and it just how it appeals to you. You know, it appeals to your senses. We have how your sight, your smell, your touch. How does it appeal to you? So you review it and the image and see what you can get out of it basically, and just give a 1 page and make sure that your 1 page is double spaced. Okay, so the instructions, here it is. Review the images presented. Is more than one, I would have said image, but there's a lot of different things going on in there. What do you see? Is there a relationship within the images? When viewing the images, what might you feel, hear, smell, or taste? And then you're going to type the 1 page, like I told you, double space, using Arial 12 font in essay format, addressing the questions. I mean, have your questions buried inside of the essay. It's only a 1 page. So before you get started on it good, you're going to be finished with it. So choose your words wisely and make sure that it's a coherent essay. Okay, and make sure that you have all of the right punctuations and grammar. And if you're having difficulties with comma splices, run-on sentences, check the discussion board. In the discussion board, I put a little something in here, help with run-on sentences. I did have our student hours. I said we're going to have them on Wednesday from 3 to 4. I did have it. I had students showed up. But it's not mandatory, but this is what I put here for you. And it's on run-on sentences. This is a PowerPoint that you can watch, and it gives you a little help with run-on sentences. So you have that to your availability. All right, so I'm going to go right back to where we were. week 3. So that sense impression is a little fun thing to do, but make sure that you spell check, grammar check, have your work reviewed by a past leader if I had asked you to. Please take that seriously because that can make a real difference in your grade. If I'm grading it, I'm marking it down. If they're reading it before I grade it, they catch a lot of that stuff. They serve like a filter to help you out. So please utilize them as much as you can. Okay, so this is your next assignment is a college education work the money. This is your journal assignment. And I have a little video here that you can watch and it tells you why college is so expensive in America. So just watch it and see what you think. I'm not trying to form any opinions. I'm giving you guys enough stuff so that you can form your own opinion. I give you both sides of the issue so you figure out what works best for you. So you're going to read the questions below. All the time, read the questions before you get started. And after you read the questions, you're going to write out your answers to the questions in your journal, not in your paper that you're submitting, in your journal. And then when you have your handwritten answers, type up a Word document in essay format. What is essay format? Whenever you have an essay, you're going to have a beginning, a middle, and an ending. So make sure you have all of those components and you don't just have paragraph 1 or item 1 or what have you. Make sure that it flows and that you have transitional words and phrases that are in between the paragraph carrying you from one paragraph to the next. So this is what we're all about. This is English. I know it's a pain for some of you guys, but this is what we're here for. We're here to learn the craft. It is a craft. It is a skill. It is something that has to be learned. Okay, and this right here is your rubric. I don't know if it shows up on your document or not, because sometimes people's rubric, it just shows a little picture and you don't know what it is. But this is just telling you what do you need to do to get the maximum amount of points. And I think I used a rubric from the summer. I'm sure I did, because this assignment is worth 10 points and your rubric is worth 20. I will change it. It's the same criteria. I just have to work with the numbers. But below here is your essay. Is college worth the money? Daniel Cleaver Jr. talks about it. You read it, you answer the questions, and then here is the second article, and it is Plan B, Skip College by Steinberg. So go ahead and read that and make your decision of what you think and write it in the paper in the form of an essay. You guys don't have to be so wordy. 1 page is enough. If you want to go over to 2 pages, that's enough. But 3 and 4 pages right now for a 10-point essay is a little excessive. So make sure that you take that time to edit your work. I'd rather have 1 or 2 good solid papers than 4 or 5, 3 or 4 riddled with mistakes. So take your time and make sure that you're putting your best foot forward on your assignments. Okay, we have time. This class doesn't move that fast. It moves slow. We are in the fall session, in the summer session. It just flies by. So just it's only like 6 weeks. And you guys have 18 weeks. So you have time. If you practice and go according to schedule, you'll be okay. So we'll just keep going. This right here is an extra credit assignment, and it is a learner's profile survey. Now with this survey, it used to be a little paper cutouts circle around the earth right here for my little pretty artwork, but for some reason Canvas has been rejecting all our little work. I don't know what's going on here, but it's not important because the content is here. So this is just a little survey that I would ask you to do. You don't have to do it, but if you'd like to do it, just give me a short paragraph or 2. Tell me a little bit about yourself, and then continue on. Here's some suggestions of some things to say. Continue on and answer the rest of the questions. submit that, and depending on the work, you can get up to 10 points for it. And I want to tell you, this is between the two of us. It's just a way for me to get to know you a little better. So let's go back out of here and go back to our modules. And that was the survey. I have to give it time to catch up with me because I'm going too fast. Okay, this was the survey. This is where we are. And then your current event. The current event goes in accordance with the topics that we're working on. So this one is college worth it? You have your 3 videos that you can watch and form your decision and start your talk inside of the discussion board. But before you can view anyone's work, you have to put your work in there before you can view anyone else's work. And I want to go over that just a little bit. I'm going to talk about it later on. But in your discussions, make sure that you are giving all of the text. You have to have 100 words per response. Your initial response, your response to both of your classmates, they should be 100 words apiece for a total of 300 words. Anything shy of that, you're going to lose points according to how it is. So let me show you. If you go right here to these little buttons and you push edit, once you push edit, it gives you the word count right down here in this lower corner here. So be conscious of how many words you are writing. That way you will not lose points. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go in and I'm going to push your buttons and I'm going to see, is it 100 words? So save me the difficulty by just giving 100 words. That's all I'm asking. Not too much, just follow instructions. Okay, so we're going to go back to the modules. And is one more thing that I've added for you. Let me wait for it to catch up to me again. And it is your investigation topic and introduction. I want you in this space, you just push reply. Tell me what your topic is for your investigation essay. It's coming up rapidly. And make sure that you give me a little introduction to what you're going to write. Okay, so for this particular discussion board, you don't have to respond to your classmates unless you want to. This is a way for me to keep tally on the topics to make sure everyone's in compliance and they are starting to work on this exercise. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the modules, and what I have for you coming up is it will be open in the morning, but it is how to do your survey monkey. It's a PowerPoint in here, and is also, I'll go ahead and open it. There's a PowerPoint in here, and it's 2 videos. This is the PowerPoint, and this is what I made, but these videos are inside of the PowerPoint. So you can download the PowerPoint and learn how to work it if you don't already know how to work it. But it's very important that you use this for the questions that you are forming for your paper. And this gets the information out there. It comes back to you. It's a one-stop shop. If you do it correctly, you won't have any problems. Some people may have problems. So if you're having problems, you may use Facebook. I think Google has some type of surveying tool there for you to use. Whatever. I want to see results when you're writing your paper. I want to see what percentage of what said what and so forth. So in order for you to tell me that, you have to use some type of survey tool. So make sure that you are using some type of survey tool. All right, so I think that just about wraps the week up. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But I wanted to go over a few things that I found in the work that was submitted this week. If I have given you a perfect score and told you that your work was nice work, excellent, very well done or anything like that, you don't even have to listen to this portion if you don't want to. But I have to address some of the issues that I'm having. So the biggest thing is to turn it in percentage. I will not accept the paper that has over a 14% turn it in score. You will receive a 0 for that document. It will be returned to you to submit it to me again with the lower score. I give you a courtesy the first time. The second time it remains a 0 because you have the ability to go in and check your work yourself and see what the percentage is. And more than that, I'm getting 77%, 97%. So you're going on the internet and you're fishing and you're cutting and pasting and you're putting this work together. That is not allowed. So that is why we use Turnitin, and that is why you have to use your own words, paraphrase, and make sure you have less than 14% similarity. When you submit your paper, you can go right in there and look at the Turnitin report, see what's what is color coded. It tells you everything. You have permission to see everything that I see. So it's no excuse to give me a paper with over 14% similarity when you can fix that before submitting it. That's all part of the process. So it's no need in, trying to get out of it. Let's just do the right thing. Run-on sentences and incomplete sentences are still occurring. I have that video that I told you about in the discussion. I have students' hours are on Wednesday from 3 to 4. If you want to talk to me about something, that's the time to talk to me. Sean's available. I only saw 2 students from our class who went to see him last week, and I have referred a good 15. So make sure you go see Sean or someone else in the PASS Center and get things taken care of before it comes to me, or your grade is going to continue to go down. You do a lot of good, hard work, but if it's not crafted correctly, it's going to cost you. So this is what this class is all about, trying to get you prepared to write it in correct format. Okay, do not use symbols in your writing. Spell the word out, like ampersand, that little and sign. Don't use that. Spell that out. Don't use slashes or anything like that, symbols. Make sure you spell the words out. Review the section in your book on capitalization, because some students are capitalizing words that shouldn't be so capitalized, and some students are not capitalizing words that need to be capitalized. So it's a lot going on there, and this is not a grammar or punctuation class. So make sure that you get some extra help from a tutor. Study the information that's available to you so you can iron these things out before you go further in your education with these flaws in the writing process. So the file type, make sure you are submitting a Microsoft Word document or PDF. I can't take a Google Doc, Pages, cut and paste, any of those type of documents, because they don't read through Canvas. So when you attach your work, make sure it's a Microsoft Word doc or a PDF, because if I can't see it, I can't give you a grade. So make sure you're using the correct document when you're submitting your work. Formatting, I had a lot of issues with formatting. We are using Arial 12, and that is double spaced. I want to see if I can demonstrate that to you quickly. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Before you start your document, make sure you set it up. So I'm going to go and get a new document, just start a new document so I can show you right quick. So when you want to set it up, you go into here, and this is your line and paragraph spacing. Once you go under here, come down to line spacing options. And when you go on your line spacing options, come all the way down here and make sure the spacing before and after are set at 0. And then you come here and you make sure this is clicked for double space. And you come over here for your indentation and you put first line. Now it's going to automatically indent it for you 5 spaces. Then you check OK and you're good to go until you get ready to do your works cited page. Then you have to use hanging indents, but we're not there yet. It's no need when you're typing out a sentence to hit the return after you type it. Because what you do when you do that, you lock that sentence where it is and it won't move. You can't adjust it with what I have just showed you. So make sure that you are doing that correctly and that you have it set up for double spacing. Because some students, when I look at their paper in here, they have multiple spacing or 1.5 lines or somewhere in between here it may have 10 spaces or 6 points or something like this, and this throws it all off. So you want to make sure that you put this little box on 0 and this one on 0 and set this one at double. First line indented 5 spaces. In case it's not set at 5, you make sure you put it at 5 and then push OK and you're good to go. So make sure you set it up that way. That way I'm not getting one whole block of text without lines in between it or lines that are too large in between your text. I've seen it all. I can see it at first glance. I've been doing this for over 20 years, so I can look at a paper and tell if it's Arial 12 font and double space. Do not use Times New Roman. I had someone use Times New Roman. So the next thing is, I told you I was going to tell you guys a little bit about the discussions. I've already told you about how many responses, but let's talk about late discussions. Late discussions are not allowed due to the fact that everyone's gone home. It's like going to a party late. The party is over. When you get there, all the guests are gone. You don't have anyone to talk to. And that's the same way with the discussions. Once it's over with, it's over with. We're not going back and have you just post something just for the sake of posting it. A discussion is just that. You discuss, you talk to people, people talk to you. So you make sure to get your discussions in timely. And also another thing about your discussions, make sure you put your initial 100 words, your first response, in by Wednesday. If you put it in by Wednesday, you have the rest of the week to respond to 2 other people, and 2 other people have your work to look at. If you wait until the last minute to post, people are not having a chance to respond to what you put there. So that's not really fair. So have your initial response done by Wednesday, 11:59. And then you have 2 more days to do the other 2 responses. So that's the advice that I have for you. So if you need any help at all, just contact me, contact Sean, and we'll make sure that we get you the assistance that you need. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And I'm going to just end it for now and tell you guys to have a good week. And like I said, if you need help, go get help. We have the resources here to help you. We have plenty of tutors. They hired 20 more. So you guys are covered. If you need any type of equipment, computers or a hotspot, you don't have internet service, check with technology. They are checking those out at the library for students who are in need of these items. So take care, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye, and have a good day.